Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. WOLFULA. Welcome to the second part of the 2015 Q&A video series. You're probably wondering why it took a month for another Q&A video to come out. Well, I want to be able to make some other videos every now and then, and I don't think anybody wants a string of just Q&A videos in a row. I mean, there's more than 500 questions. I'm not doing all that in one goddamn sitting. Unleash the questions, Ghoulash.
Michael Kine asked, if all the world's a stage, where does the audience sit?
In the balcony. I think that's Jupiter.
Matt Bennett asked, does Ghoulash have any friends at all? I have lots of friends. The ghost that haunts the WOLFULA'S is pretty friendly to me. A guy named Tom friended me as soon as I joined MySpace. Pretty friendly. Dr. WOLFULA is kind of my friend.
That's not true.
When you created me, you said, finally I have a friend.
Shut up.
Michael Jackson asked, Dr. WOLFULA, what are your thoughts on my music?
Bad was pretty good.
Carpenter Studios asked, Dear Dr. WOLFULA, how and where did you meet your wife?
I met Meredith when I moved into the WOLFULA back in the year between 1985 and 1986. Yeah, there was an extra year during the 80s that most people can't remember. It was weird. Anyway, it seemed like she was always here, waiting for me. Romantic.
Carpenter Studios asked, Dear Ghoulash, when you are not being beaten or being forced to review movies, how do you entertain yourself? Do you have, toys and games, or do you just sit in your room waiting to see what comes next? I have other assigned tasks, yes. I'm Dr. WOLFULA's assistant, chauffeur, human shield, attaché when he visits the UN, aide-de-camp during large-scale warfare, and grave-digger-upper. It's not glamorous and I don't get paid, but I also can't leave and I don't have a choice, so whatever. Lenwood Wilson asked, your favorite John Carpenter and/or Stanley Kubrick films?
I like Stanley Kubrick's The Shining best. It's admittedly not Kubrick's best movie, but it's the one I like best. The best John Carpenter movie to me is The Thing. It's got Kurt Russell and it's a horror movie. Great combination.
Batman is Me 139 asked, how do you keep your fingernails so luscious?
By biting them.
Donovan Douglas asked, is the show Cory in the House a good anime?
Yes, and its proper Japanese name is Hawaitasu de no Koribakasuta. Learn Japanese or just don't watch anime at all, casuals.
Batman is Me 139 asked, can I leave a dead body in your house, please?
I'm all booked up for the summer.
AZ Electro Kid asked, Dr. WOLFULA, do you have any transformations that we do not know of? For example, like the Dr. WOLFULA we see now is just a base form. Is there something more darker inside you?
No, this is pretty much it. Kind of making me feel bad now. What, am I not dark enough for you? God damn it.
Jane Doe asked, Ghoulash, what's the most depraved thing Dr. WOLFULA do to you? He said I wasn't cool. Also, he waterboarded me once, but words leave deeper scars than permanent lung damage. Ryan Woodward asked, what's your opinion on bronies? Yes, I am one. Nobody please judge me.
As long as you aren't into horses, there's nothing wrong with it, I suppose. Just don't fuck any horses, okay?
Vanessa82 Beauty asked, what's your favorite cereal?
Jurassic Park Crunch from 1998. I still eat it. My pantry is filled with the stuff. It ages well.
Horror Fan 87 asked, top 3 horror movies that most people hate.
Movies that most people hate but I like. Well, Terror Vision, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. Book of Shadows is a terrible fucking movie, but it's so funny to watch. It's like a modern-day version of Scooby-Doo. You got the goth chick, you got the shaggy guy, you got the Fred, you got the Daphne, and you got the dog. It's just perfect, okay? Perfect live-action Scooby-Doo.
Fran the Man 96 asked, where is the WOLFULA located?
I haven't really decided on that yet. It hasn't really been relevant at all.
Alfie O'Day asked, are you and Ghoulash the same person?
No, that would be retarded. Man, it's been a while since I last said the word retarded. I miss that word so much. Retarded. Just rolls off the tongue.
Missile-shaped Bourbon asked, Dr. WOLFULA, do you have a sister? Is she single?
Listen, bro, I don't appreciate you asking about my sister, okay? She's a super lady and I don't want you messing around with her, okay? She's been hurt by too many guys already, okay? I'm not just gonna set her up with some weirdo tippy-tappying on his keyboard with one hand, okay? I just think it's fucked up that you'd bring it up, bro, okay?
Rotten Strawberry asked, Ghoulash, what is it like being undead? I don't remember being alive all that well, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but I guess it's like when you have to wake up after a few hours of sleep to go to work for 10 hours. It's like that all the time. Blana Face 5 asked, are you looking to hire minions? If so, what are the benefits and what are the job requirements?
We need someone with a certain skill for our current opening in this company. Can you juggle fire? Like, literal fire without any instruments or protective equipment? If yes, send me a video right away and I'll consider your application. Have a great day.
Mindless Insanity 602 asked, how many people did you have to kill to get where you are today?
I killed one person to get where I am today. The bus driver that asked for the quarter it cost to drive me here.
Taylor Owens asked, which horror movie subgenre is your favorite? Slasher, monster, nature, psychological, zombie, ghost, alien, torture, or comedy?
Snuff.
Johnny Cervantes asked, are you a PC or console gamer, if gamer at all? Thanks.
I play games. When I play something on a PC, it's gonna be old. The PCs at my local library aren't exactly gaming machines. I do have an Xbox 360, a Wii U, and a 3DS to play more recent games. My Nintendo Network ID is Jackstickman. My Xbox Live gamer tag is also Jackstickman. I pretty much only play Mario Kart and Splatoon online, though. So, whatever.
Mark Main asked, Dr. Wolfula, where are your parents? Did you kill them, or did they run away, or are they still alive?
They're in Florida, so they might as well be dead.
Danny Lopez asked, what was your life like as a child?
Pretty uneventful, mostly because of the dark void. Not a whole lot to do.
Aaron Bonk asked, so are you gay, bi, or straight?
Depends on who's asking, Aaron. Of course, I'm happily married to my lovely wife, Meredith. Right, honey?
Stickman is awesome asked, am I gonna get rich and get a beautiful woman I love?
No, you're gonna be poor, unfortunately. A beautiful woman will marry you, though, but for your money. When she finds out you don't have any, she'll divorce you and take half of the money that you don't have. You will never remarry, and the state will find you unfit to adopt. You will live a long time. A very, very long time. Poor and alone. In prison. Yeah, you don't want to know how you end up in prison. Let's just say you're a much different person after all those years alone. At least you have your health. In that wheelchair. You'll laugh about the whole thing, trust me.
John Paul Sherlock asked, Dr. Wolfula, in your opinion, who is the most evil horror movie villain in the whole genre?
The Evil Dead. They have evil in their name, for goodness sake.
Mike Brown asked, did you meet Attila the Hun?
We had the same barber.
Zach White asked, who is your top 5 mains in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U?
In no order, Ness, Sonic, Pac-Man, Pikachu, and Link. Some of them probably aren't good tier-wise, but whatever.
Cad Bane 619 asked, have you been discriminated by horror movie icons for being a Wolfulite instead of the much more popular werewolf?
There's been some online harassment from other monsters in the industry. They just don't take me seriously. Donate to my Patreon if you want to help. It's so hard being a Wolfulite sometimes.
Courtney Dilly asked, what's your favorite horror-themed video game?
I'm not really all that into horror video games, but System Shock 2 was pretty damn scary. Zombie U is worth playing if you want some more focus on survival in your survival horror game. Again, though, I'm not really versed in horror video games, so, whatever.
Jeff Jefferson asked, do you lick girls?
I used to, but I got tired of it after all those restraining orders.
Top 5 asked, do you like the Scary Movie series?
On some days when I feel like I've been laughing too much, I put on one of the Scary Movie movies. They're very good at making me stop laughing.
Armored Guardian asked, for Dr. Wolfula, are there any horror films you think deserve more attention, or you wish people would shut the f*** up about?
I think more people should check out Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. It's a good horror comedy found footage slasher film from 2006. Leslie Vernon is one of the best unsung characters in horror.
Armored Guardian asked, for Ghoulash, if Dr. Wolfula treats you like vermin, and you clearly hate it, Why do you still work with him instead of calling the local priest or any supernatural investigators to have him permanently removed? It's better than my old job twirling signs. Nick Hardy asked, "Hey, Dr. Wolfula, why do you wear a hoodie?"
Because tracksuits aren't that spooky.
Sly Cooper 1020 asked, "Are you mad that you couldn't be in the new Star Wars film? I think you would be an amazing creature in it to haunt the heroes."
Oh yeah, I'm really pissed that they didn't think I was ugly enough to be a freak in their movie. Go fuck yourself.
Bruins vs. Nords asked, "Doc, do you plan to one day take over the world?"
This world? No way. Not worth the effort.
More Human Than Human asked, "How's the love life?"
It's going just swell.
Ikeman99 Cobra asked, "DW, when is the world going to end and how? Will you have a hand in it?"
Nothing ends, Adrian. Nothing ever ends.
Max Sloan asked, "Why do you sound like you've smoked 1,000,000 cigarettes?"
The question was probably directed to Ghoulash, but whatever. I smoke helium.
Max Sloan asked, "If you and Ghoulash were turned into Mortal Lombard characters, what would be your fatality move?"
Mortal Lombard? Is that the one show about the teenage boy that's going to die someday?
Navirovatni Gage Mary asked, "Dear Dr. Wolfula, do you like humans? No homo."
I'm glad you put the no homo in there, because I would have thought you were being gay or something based on the question. Anyway, no, I don't like humanity, so no homo. Sapiens, that is. Get it?
Michael Stuff asked, "Do you think my channels deserves more subscribers?"
No, I think 14 is more than you'll ever need.
Caitlin Trevette asked, "What's your opinion on Taylor Swift?"
She needs to get a new camera. I mean, what the fuck?
Michael Mike Carter asked, "What's your favorite version of the Halloween theme, Michael Myers?"
The Atari 2600 version. Just listen to it.
Sick Pro 1 asked, "What is your opinion on emos? Tell me."
They sure do use a lot of product.
Matthew Mullery asked, "What is your opinion of Five Nights at Freddy's indie game?"
I found that it's not a good idea to say you don't like that series because you'll end up getting a lecture about how the creator of it is an inspiration or whatever. But it is not for me. Just no. Not at all.
Cracker asked, "Why do all Batman fanboys swear that Batman could beat Superman in a 1-on-1 fight? I mean, seriously, unless there's kryptonite involved, we all know Superman would totally destroy Batman if pushed to it."
The problem with some hardcore Batman fanboys is that they're idiots that don't really have any understanding of Batman and just buy into hype. One of the best things that Batman has going for him is his humanity, his limitations, and his ability to find some way to overcome them. One of my favorite Batman storylines is Venom by Denny O'Neil. It's a kind of cheesy story, but in it, Batman fails to rescue a little girl early on in his career because he wasn't strong enough. So through his guilt, Batman gets hooked to a performance-enhancing substance called Venom that would eventually be used by Bane. The side effect of Venom is, of course, violent insanity. It was a nice way to showcase Batman's humanity, his weaknesses. In the eyes of a shitty Batman fanboy, this can't possibly happen. The thing that makes Batman special doesn't exist. Batman is just a stoic demigod in a bat costume that can be anywhere, know everything, and overcome a direct hit from Superman. Who cares what makes Batman special? I just want to see him punch Superman.
Bystander 55 asked, "Do all Wolfulites love horror movies, or are you just going against the norm?"
Apparently, according to some of my peers, watching movies is a waste of time. Those jokers.
Terralize Cotton asked, "Besides Meredith, your wife, and Jacqueline, your mom, do you have any other family?"
I've got a cousin named WOLFULA'S, but I haven't seen him in a long time.
Praetorian Guardsman asked, "Hey, Dr. Wolfula, just wondering, let's say you killed someone, how would you get rid of the body?"
Just bury it at the cemetery. Nobody ever expects that. Or even better, the police station. I love a challenge.
Renee Denham asked, "For Wolfula, how old are you, and in all your time being in this world, have you witnessed any history events that humans got wrong?"
There's a lot of speculation about who really built the pyramids. Welp, they were actually built by Egyptians. From the future! Egyptians went back in time to build those eyesores so their country would have some kind of tourist attraction. Ancient Egypt is the biggest scam.
Renee Denham asked, "For Ghoulash, do you need an escape route from the Wolfie lair? If so, blink twice. I've got you covered." I can't blink on command, so I guess I'm stuck here. Lil Countdown asked, Why did you start wearing masks?
What the fuck are you talking about? Makes sense. Fucking idiot.
The Jive Squares asked, you seem to be exposed to lots of gore, but which movies are so tremendously gory that you just have to turn away from the TV? Keep up the good work.
I'm hesitant to watch Cannibal Holocaust because real animals are killed. Now, if it were real people, that would be different, but I just can't handle seeing an adorable animal harmed. I want to review Cannibal Holocaust, but unless there's a version that edits out all the animal killing, I don't think I'll watch it. I'm just too much of a pussy.
Johnny Dredd asked, hey Dr. Wolfula, who do you think is the hottest actress ever?
Nia Peoples and Linda Cardellini. Oh man, so hot.
Elizabeth Carter asked, Dr. Wolfula, what is your favorite episode of MASH?
I really like Dreams, honestly. It's one of the darker, more serious later season episodes where there was a lot more experimentation going on. The episode shows the dreams of the key players at MASH 4077, and the dreams expose the characters' hopes, desires, and fears. It's a very sad episode, and there's not much of an overarching story to it. It's really just a series of shorts about dreams, but it was innovative. MASH was unlike any other 70s sitcom, ahead of its time, but because it's 40 years old and about a war nobody cares about anymore, I doubt future generations will be inclined to watch MASH, which is a pity.
Crimson Monkey 4 asked, Dr. Wolfula, do you have nightmares, and if you do, are they about Justin Bieber?
My nightmare is people still making fun of that Bieber kid. I swear, some people are still stuck in the early 2010s with their pop culture humor. Still making fun of Justin Bieber and Twilight like any of that shit is still relevant. Jesus Christ. No offense to you, buddy, but just stop making fun of that stuff. It's old.
Turtles fan 1990 asked, what's your favorite Marvel movie?
Spider-Man 2, still the best one to me. Sam Raimi all the way. What happened with Spider-Man 3 was all Sony's fault. Still, Spider-Man 3 is a lot better than Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Just my opinion, though.
Chris Learoff asked, what is your name in real life?
Rapscallion St. Clair.
Noah Norville asked, what's the worst thing you've done since you made a YouTube channel?
Answering these questions.
Kyle Linfors asked, are you related to Morgan Freeman in any way?
We're all related in some way, baby. But no.
Louis Ferrer asked, Dr. Wolfula, if you could go back in time, where would you go?
I've already seen everything, and none of it was as impressive as the history books say it was. The Battle of Gettysburg had a couple of dozen guys with muskets, and there was maybe a horse. Of course, the winners write the history books and say there was thousands of soldiers. Phooey.
Noah Cianez asked, Dr. Wolfula, if the sun is the moon and the moon is the sun, then why is toast brown?
Okay, no more questions. Alright, so ends part 2 of the Q&A. Remember, I may still get to your questions so long as you posted it in the proper location. If you didn't, well, I guess you're screwed. Sorry.